Yo, what's good with it? What's good with it? Shout out to the supporters, man. Do me a favor, take a few seconds out of your time, hit that like, run that like up. I would appreciate that. To the haters, same thing. I can smell y'all coming a mile away. I think I probably heard y'all even click on the video. You know what I'm saying? But same thing applies. Hit that like, wipe your feet off at the door, or get the stepping. Simple. Let's recap. So, the kid Slade interview dropped yesterday. For some people, it was vital that they listened to that before they came to their final decision. On the other hand, you got people who already had their mind made up, but they still wanted to hear what he had to say. Probably just so they could type negative things in the comments. So I don't understand why even listen. Because let's keep it 100. If URL books that brother for next week, them same people gonna watch. So help me understand. There was an outpour of support on Twitter. People who are actually apologizing because they needed to hear him break it down before they actually, you know what I'm saying? It's like I said. You had, for example, Swamp, which I believe is the only battle rapper that said publicly, yo, Kid Slade deserves an apology. And I'm not saying that he necessarily deserves an apology because my whole thing is can't blame other people for how they feel. I would never go back and forth with another man or woman about how they feel about another situation. But it seems to me it's the people who really feel Slade is such a cancer. They're the ones who are really arguing with other people about how they feel because they don't look at it the same way. That part is corny to me. If you feel that way, feel that way. But don't be surprised that other people still want to support the brother and other people apologize and other people don't feel the same way. That's all. I gotta ask, what's the end game? What is the end game for it? For some people who really feel like that though. Put one in the back of his head, beat him up, try to get him out the culture. You know, I just listened to an interview Goods did, and he made a little bit sense about what he was saying. And when it come down to it, real talk, that situation is at the point where it no longer even has anything to do with battle rap. Because if Smack and them feel like that boy gonna make numbers and bring in, put asses in the seats, they gonna still book him. You know what I'm saying? If it really come down to it, smacking them all about their business. So for all the people who really feel like that, you probably should be taking it up with smacking them. Because don't ever be surprised if you see a flyer with Kid Slade name pop up on it. Let's keep it 100. It's all about what the end game is. To stop the boy career, to have him hurt. You know, I heard some people say if he was really looked at as a snitch in that way, he would have been taken care of in Connecticut. You know, I know for a fact Connecticut got some rough streets, man. You got some real gangsters down there. So, I can't vouch. Obviously, I'm not from there, so I don't know what that discussion was like. Obviously it's a situation from a long time ago. So, listen, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's like this though. The end game. I want to ask Roc that. Roc, Tay Roc, one of the greatest battle rappers of all time. Battle rapper in every sense of the word, fam. Every attribute, right? But he does this thing where he incorporates his stage character into real life situations because this is no longer just a battle rap situation. It's not. When he incorporates who he is on stage into real life situations, that's when you start to look at him a little funny, like, okay, Roc, you're doing too much. And he's known for that. He's known for doing too much at times. And don't get it twisted, I rock with him as a battle rapper. But once again, I'll never cap for a battle rapper to the point where, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to keep it 100 about what they doing or what I think or feel they doing. So last night, I seen Roc went live. He was in the studio and he cooked up a diss track for Slade. You know, he didn't necessarily come out and say it was for Slade, but it's out, they don't need to even discuss that. You listening to the words of what Roc is saying, he's definitely talking to Slade. He puts up the middle finger in the video and everything to kind of put the exclamation mark on it, right? So my question to Roc is this, though, and this is real. This is genuine right here. Roc, what's the end game? What is the end game, right? some people are actually questioning why Roc is even pushing it this hard. It seems like Roc is taking this thing personal, more personal than anybody. And I think I understand. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. Number one, he was the one who brought it to the light. And him being one of the vets, one of the faces, just one of those guys with so much influence, maybe he feels like he has to be the one to shut this situation down once and for all. But then that brings me to my next question. And I got to say again, what's the end game? Because Roc, what are you going to do? I'm not saying you're a punk or a coward or anything, but you've been known to not be that same person that you portray on stage. And that's that tough guy, that thug, that gangster stuff that you be doing. There's dudes that really be on that type of time once they leave that stage. So if you should come across Slade, what's going to happen with that? Are you really prepared for that? Are you ready to take this situation to that extent that it may actually come down to that is what I'm asking Tay Roc. And better yet, is it worth it? I'm going to just leave it like that, man. Really just want peace, blessings. Hit that like, support the platform.